Welcome to Real Estate in the Lowcountry. Here with me now is John White, and he is with Century 21 Diamond Realty, and this is his first time here, so welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. So let's start there, because since this is your first time, let's introduce you to everybody. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, I'm a retired banker, and my job was to fix banks. And so when I decided that I was not cut out to be retired, I started to look at different things, and everybody kept forcing me back into banking, and I just felt the need to do something different, completely different.
Sure.
And a realtor is completely different.
Yes, it is.
And but it's given me an interesting perspective as to, what people need and how to deal with people. And I think with COVID, it's changed everything.
Sure.
And so people now need something more than just a listing sheet and information. They need counsel. They need advice. They need patience. In some cases, the purchasers are more aggressive than they should be.
Okay.
And so I see it as my role to be a friend, be a counselor, and it's really been affected by COVID because the demand is so high
right
now, and it kind of forces people to do things that under normal circumstances they would never even consider.
Right. Well, and that kind of leads me to my next question, and that is, obviously, besides the fact that there's 2,000 realtors competing for a very small amount of houses at the moment, what else are you finding challenging in being a realtor in the Lowcountry?
Well, I'm sure everybody would say the same thing. You have supply and demand issues. So for every quality property, you have multiple offers.
Right.
And that's going to be the case. And so it's in many ways, it's giving people a sense of patience and waiting for the right product. If they're going to go, in my opinion, if they're really going to throw in the kitchen sink, it better be a wow house for them.
Right.
And that depends on what their criteria is. But as a matter of fact, my wife suggested a couple of days ago that I probably talk people out of buying a property as much as I talk them into buying a property.
Interesting.
Because I see it as a relationship.
Yes.
And so if it was a transaction, that'd be one thing, but it's not. These people have become my friends, and so I want to do the very best for them.
Absolutely. And so let's talk about that a little bit, because there is, you've said, a shift in buyers. And tell me what that shift is. And I think it's very interesting that you said you talk them out of houses, because the tendency right now might be to jump on the first thing that they see because they're afraid there's not going to be something else coming. Mm-hmm. So talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, what's the biggest shift that I've seen through COVID is the dynamics have shifted. It used to be that we could count on people from Ohio and Pennsylvania, and Kentucky and Georgia. Now it's New York and Connecticut, Massachusetts and New Jersey. And they're coming at this market with an entirely different perspective.
Sure.
And so what I'm hearing all the time, and that is they want to move out of the big cities, and you see that nationally. Tired of high taxes, tired of the politics, tired of the congestion, tired of the bad weather, and they see this as an alternative. And that alternative kind of manifests itself in, seeing property as a bargain down here in comparison to where they've been.
Right.
And then you add to that their ability to virtually go to school, virtually work, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's. I think that's very true, and it's very interesting as you're driving around and you're seeing the different license plates. And you're absolutely right; it is the Northeast as opposed to the Midwest.
Yeah.
So, John, thank you for being with me today. It was a pleasure to meet you, and we'll hope to see you again soon.
I hope so. Thank you.